Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks so much for watching. My name is Ashley, and today what we're going to be doing is doing a little review of the newer 35G Bronze Goals palette by Morphe. So it is what I'm wearing today on my eyes. We're going to do some swatches, and we're going to talk about how I feel about the formula and the price point and everything else. So yeah, if you want to keep watching, let's just jump right into the video. So to start off with, this is the box that it comes in. It is super beautiful packaging, nothing like Morphe has ever put out before. It is bubble wrapped. My issue with that is the packaging. Like once you actually take out the product, smells so plasticky and just not good. So it smells very chemically, but this is the packaging. I do love that it is cardboard versus the plastic packaging that Morphe usually has. But you open it up and, I mean, it's giant. You do get a plastic protector with all the shade names. And then this is what the palette looks like. So to me, this is just a beautiful neutral palette. And then I love the pops of shimmer that are in different shades. I don't like, well, I guess it really doesn't matter. I don't like that the shade names are on the plastic insert versus the actual packaging itself, but I tend to keep my inserts anyways because I have cats and they like to be on my vanity while I'm getting ready. So I'll put the insert over that so that if they step on my product, they're not actually stepping on the product, they're stepping on the insert. But what I'm wearing today is I have this shade. Hold on, let me get this is the shade, oops, Sandy, all over my eye. I kind of set my primer with that. It was a little bit too dark for my skin, so I don't like that there's not a lighter matte shade in here, but that's just for me, and I'm, you know, the palest as they come. So I do have this shade packed all over my lid, and then I went in with the shade Record Temps in my crease, and then I went in with Tan Up in the outer portion to deepen up my eye, and then So Golden, which is this really pretty shimmery green shade. It's like a green gold color all over the lid. And then on the lower lash lines, I did Naked, which is this orangey brown shade. And then I did Summer Vibes, which is the very orange shimmer shade in here. And then on the inner corner, I did Glare. So it is the lightest shimmer shade in the palette. So now let's get into some swatches. There's a lot. There are 35 shades in here, so the swatching is going to be slightly ridiculous. I don't know the best way to do this, but I definitely do want to swatch them for you. Before I swatch, let's talk about formula. So the matte shades are beautiful. They blended super easy, super well. I had no problems with them. The shimmer shades, they're kind of hard to work with. They're beautiful, but some of them aren't as pigmented and punchy as they should be. I'm not even going to say as much as I would like them to be, as much as they should be. And I heard somebody else do a review on this. I can't remember who I was watching because I watched a couple of reviews just to see if I was on kind of like the same page as other people. And they mentioned maybe scrubbing off the top of it. So like it had gotten hard panned or something, which is weird because I know for sure this shade did that to me and I haven't even used it. So I was like, well, why is it so lackluster? Because it's a really pretty like peachy orange neon shimmer that would have looked really good. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into these swatches. It's going to take a few minutes. I'm going to try to adjust my camera the best way that I can to do this. But yeah, I'm going to go row by row. Okay, so here are the first 2 rows. My camera, there we go. So this was the shade that I said I had like an initial issue with, the shade Tropics, that peachy shade that wasn't really wanting to show up. So as you can see, it's kind of not as intense as the other shimmers, but really that one's the only one I've noticed so far. This red shade, both of these reddish shades were kind of the same way. Okay, so here are the next 2 rows. Initially I thought this shade, which is the shade that I have packed all over my lid, was gonna do that, and it does take a little bit of work to really give it that punch, but I mean, once I kind of started digging into them, the swatches are fine, and I don't have a problem with kind of wiping off the top if it gets real hard pan. Another thing that I know is that with shades like these, sometimes you might want to spray your brush and then apply it, and that can also cause the pan to get a little funky. So it's kind of something I would do anyways. So it's not that big of an issue to me. I just love the versatility. Like, they all have a little different tone. Like, they're all very unique. And I will kind of insert a couple of swatches from the 35OS palette that they released a couple years ago, which is an all shimmer palette, and those shimmers are beautiful. So I have one more row to swatch. Almost done. All right, and here's the last row of swatches. This olive green shade here is like speaking to me on so many levels. So the darker shades swatch beautifully. This shade, and I don't know if I can get it to pick up on camera, is a brown shade with like teal sapphire blue shimmer in it. Like glitter, not shimmer. Okay, so overall, this palette is very beautiful. It speaks so many things to me. It's a neutral palette. It has shades for spring, summer, fall, winter. You could make it, it's not exactly cool tone, but you can kind of make it cool tone-esque, especially with these darker shimmers down here. But I mean, it's $25. I would save up your Ulta points and get a couple bucks off of it, and then use that coupon for like $3 off 15. So, I mean, it's not a bad palette. If you are a neutral person, you love neutrals, you wear neutrals every day, those are what speaks to you, I would say get this palette. But with the caution of you might have to do a little bit of scraping on them if they start getting hard pan. But the matte shades are so super easy to work with. This look took me no time at all to do. It's just a good palette. Like, when I got it, I was super worried that, you know, I jumped the gun and I got sucked in by all the beautiful shimmer shades. But it's really pretty. I thought about taking it back after, you know, seeing the reviews. I hadn't played with it yet, which was stupid. I shouldn't do that. But, you know, it's just, the shimmer shades are something you need to work with. They're not right off the bat easy to work with. And I'm going to get a couple other Morphe palettes just to show you real fast. So this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette in Armed and Gorgeous. I know a lot of people had feelings about this palette, these palettes. So this is the shade Coin and Classified. So you can see those are right off the bat extremely beautiful. And then I'm going to get the 35OS. I know I promised that real fast. Before I show you the 35OS, this is the original Jaclyn Hill palette. I wanted to show you some of these shimmers as well. This is what it looks like. It hasn't gotten as much love for me as it should have. I don't know. I just didn't rave about it like everybody else did. So there's swatches from that one. I mean, in my opinion, they swatch essentially the same. The bronze gold ones might be a little bit stiffer, maybe. I don't know. I don't have a problem with packing my eyeshadows on with my finger. I do it anyways with shimmer metallic shades. Like, it's the only way I'll do it. It's the only way I prefer to do it. So that's never been an issue with me, but it's an issue for some people. But I'm like, you get the most pigment that way. So here is the Morphe 35OS. This, like I said, this is an all shimmer palette. I haven't reached into this in a while just because it is all shimmers. So I want to compare the two for you. Here is the bronze gold. I'm trying to do this without tearing up my palettes. I mean, they do kind of resemble each other, but you get these gorgeous, easy to work with matte shades. And I'll just swatch a couple of these. I think you can still get the 35OS palette. I hate the packaging though. It's their terrible black packaging. The plastic one, so there are those. They're much more high impact. This orange maybe not, and this is kind of why I hold on to this palette, is for this orange shade. So the top swatch is the new bronze golds and the bottom is the 35OS. So the bronze golds ones is much more punchy, but the 35OS is much more neon. Let me swatch a couple more. I forgot how smooth these were. I definitely need to dip back into the 35OS. I thought maybe I would get rid of it after getting the 35G, but I don't know. These shades are just like buttery and smooth, and they are so high shine. So yeah, that's the 35OS. I think they do kind of complement each other. Not kind of. They definitely complement each other. So it might be nice to have both of those palettes in my collection, just to interchange. But yeah, guys. So that's it. Like I said, the 35G is $25. I got it from Ulta. I used that coupon, the $3 off 15, and then you can use your Ulta points as well, which is why I absolutely love Ulta. And then I think they have a 20% off coupon right now, so you should be able to use that as well. Yeah, guys, that's my thoughts. I love the palette. It's not an absolute necessity if you already have very neutral palettes in your collection. I think this is one that you could skip on, or if you just want one really good neutral palette, this would definitely offer everything that you need. It's got all the colors to work with. The only thing, like I said, is it's missing that light matte shade to kind of set everything with and blend out edges with. But that's my only issue with it. Everything else is very beautiful. I love the look that I got today. It's very summery, and I'm ready for, I guess, to be able to wear tank tops again outside. So, because the weather here in South Carolina is just, it's stupid. It's 31 day and 80 the next day. So I'm just ready for consistent weather, I guess, is my thing. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, bring a friend. You know the drill, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.